Hello everyone out there, I'm Batten5. I am going to be filling in for Juno this week for this week's Dipshit of the Week. Unfortunately, he had some things to do in his private life, and he asked me to do it, and I'm more than happy to. He's helped me out. I talked to him a few times. I think he's a cool guy, albeit very private, which I can respect, and he has a good reason for that. But anyway, for this week's Dipshit, I have picked who I think looks like a throwaway leftover from the 80s metal scene who looks like she's been used and abused more than her fair share of times. Now, some of you are going to know who she is because of a recent video that Coughlin616 made about her, and that is Original Savage Chick. Now, he was attacking a specific video about her, talking about how multiculturalism has failed, and she was using some bullshit logic to back up her case. Now, I'm not going to attack a specific video like Coughlin did, and the reason for that is because they're pretty much all the same. Whites are gray, the Jews suck, every race sucks but the whites. You know, if you don't believe this, you're this and this. But, I mean, I'm going to put a link in the description bar, obviously, so you can go watch her videos if you have the stomach for it. Now, me personally, I've known more than my fair share of people who actually believe this shit. Who actually believe that the Jews are running everything, and that, you know, whites are the supreme race, and if it weren't for white people, the world would fucking be done. And then also, I did some pretty morbid research as, about a teenager, about, you know, cults, drug addictions, racist groups, terrorist organizations, things like this, so I know quite a few of these theories. But, like I said, instead of attacking a specific video, I just copied some of the things that's directly on her channel. And I'm saying there is a ton of shit on her channel. But let's go ahead and get started. This is one of the first things on there. And it's very fucking repetitive. Organized Jewry runs the media. Organized Jewry runs the government. Organized Jewry runs the banks. Organized Jewry runs the courts. Organized Jewry runs the FBI. Organized Jewry runs the mainstream Christian churches. Which, first off, if you're going to say Jewry, you're pretty deeply into some weird, out there Nazi bullshit conspiracies. But all this, you know, they run the media. That's one that you hear a lot. The Jews run the media, you know. Okay, well, I've never, throughout my years of studying this particular subject, never have I heard a really good case for it. That what Jews run everything. Really? Okay, well, I haven't really heard some good proof, so I'm just going to say maybe they're just Jews who do things, and there are non-Jews that do things as well. Does that make sense? I guess not to these people. If there's one example, that means this is the be-all, end-all. Now, another thing is, like, they run the government, and later on her channel, which I did not copy because it's bullshit, she's talking about the NWO. She's anti-NWO. And that's one thing I always heard. It's like, why did the Holocaust happen? Which you get one of two answers on this shit. It's either it was set up so then, you know, they're like more mainstream, they can get their own country again, or it was made up, you know, the Holocaust deniers. But again, no evidence for this, just like there's no evidence for the NWO, and I've covered this kind of shit before. I've actually done 2 videos on the Illuminati, which the Illuminati and NWO are 2 types of the same thing. Now she goes on, and this is her quote, and I'm not taking this out of context or anything. An anti-Semite is not someone who hates Jews, but rather someone who speaks honestly about them. So an anti-Semite is someone that the Jews hate. Wrong, bitch! Here's a couple definitions of the word anti-Semite. Someone who hates and would persecute Jews. Racist, discriminatory, especially on the basis of race or religion. Anti-Semitism, and then there's a little thing of how you can spell it differently, is prejudice against or hostility towards Jews, often rooted in hatred of their ethnic background, culture, or religion. So yes, an anti-Semite is someone who hates Jews. They have hostility towards Jews. Now, the thing is this, some people may consider people like Protean View very anti-Jew, which he's not. He just says Israel has done some fucked up shit. Is he saying the Jews? No, he said Israel, the nation of Israel. And that's fine. I agree. They've done some nasty shit that I don't agree with. They've committed some fucking crimes, which I don't agree with. I don't think they should be committing these, you know, and kind of kicking people out of their own land. I'm against that. I'm not anti-Jew, though. I've known plenty of Jews, and I think a lot of them are really awesome people, and they have a lot of things to talk about, and they're very smart. She goes on, if you were an ultra hater, stay off my channel. I am not interested in fueling your hatred, and you are only hurting the cause. I only want to bring the truth to self-loathing white people that have been guilted into feeling bad about their culture through massive Zionist propaganda. Now, I know she's talking about the ultra haters, the people, oh, Sieg Heil, the white race, we rule, and all this shit. Bitch, you're saying the same shit as they're saying. You're just toning it down a bit. It's just like when I hear people say, I'm not a white supremacist, I'm a white nationalist. I'm not a white supremacist, I'm just proud of my race. No, you're saying the same shit. You're just bringing it down a notch. You're just kind of saying, no, let's back off a bit. Oh no, we're cool with other races. We just happen to be very, very, very proud of our race, and that's all we want to talk about. Oh, okay. Sorry, no, it's the same thing. Just someone is more extreme than you. And they're only hurting the cause. Well, your cause is already losing. People, when they hear the Jews are running everything, then these people start to think, normal people start to think, is this person out of their fucking minds? I don't know. And I'm going to end with, well, I'm not going to end. I'm going to bring out one last little quote she has. I am not ashamed of my white race. I love my race and all the contributions they have made to civilized society, and I want to see my race preserved. My race is being targeted for violence by non-whites in epic proportions, which is conveniently ignored by the Marxist, Zionist-controlled media. I'm sick of the double standards, but mentioning facts automatically makes me a racist Nazi because I don't despise my heritage like all the other white-guilted so-called patriots. Okay, first off, no one is saying you need to be ashamed of your race, you stupid ass. No one is saying that. We're not. We're not saying that you should hate white people, that you should be a self-loather. No one is saying that. We are saying you go a little bit too far with some of this shit. You know, you're really just stepping on a lot of toes by just pretty much saying your race is the best. And I love my race and all the contributions they have made to civilized society. Well, yes, we have had a lot of contributions, but so have other people. So have other cultures. It's not just a be-all, end-all of white people. In fact, I heard one person state, white people create... Do they now? Are they the only people that create? Orientals, or Asians, build upon what white people have already done, and blacks only destroy. Okay, well, no real evidence to support that, especially considering the fact that Japan, China, a lot of these places, they had their own culture, and they were building things, and had a lot of good ideas before they even really came in contact with white people. But my race is being targeted. Oh, wait, no, before that. And I want to see my race preserved. Well, the thing is this. We are technically one race. We're one species. They're just different kinds of people. We're all the same. A good example, which so many of these races, they don't even do a little bit of research. How did, like, Mexicans come about? Well, the Spaniards came in, were raping the women, and pretty much infusing their own shit on these people, hence why they speak Spanish, and that's where they came about. They look, like, 'cause Spaniards are pretty white, you know, they're not black, they're not brown, they're, you know, a little darker than most whites, and Mexicans also have traits of Native Americans. That's where they came about. So, what is she talking about? Her race preserved. I don't, see, I've never understood this whole thing. But my race is being targeted for violence by non-whites in epic proportions, which the fucking Marxist, Zionist, Jews don't want to talk about. Which, first off, Marxist, Zionists, most Jews, people say Jews are greedy. Well, greed really doesn't have a place in a Marxist society. Now, does it? You know, that's kind of a fucking contradiction you're trying to say here. But mentioning facts automatically makes me a racist Nazi, because you are, because I don't despise my heritage like all the other white-guilted so-called patriots. Okay, we're not saying despise your heritage. That's fine. If you have pride, you know, in your heritage, you know, like blacks, they're allowed to, you know, like, hey, my family's from Africa, and I really want to look into it. Same with Orientals, I guess you would say in this context. And I'm tired of people saying that's a race term. It's not. They're from the Orient. Asians, Indians could be Asian too, just like Russians. But anyway, many people are encouraged to express their heritage. No one's saying whites need to hate their heritage, are they? No. No one is saying that. And to me, all this bitch is trying to say is there is some huge conspiracy, but we just don't see it. But she does. She sees this. But we're just blind. I'm sorry. I don't agree with you, bitch. And I'm not ashamed of my heritage. A lot of my heritage is European. The majority of it. About half my family's German with some things, some other Europeans mixed in. The other half's pretty much all Italian, and I don't despise this heritage at all. In fact, a distant relative of mine is William Wallace, a freedom fighter from Scotland, the guy from Braveheart. No one's asked me to despise that. They're saying, oh, that's cool, you know, that's awesome that it's like that. So, all this shit, all it comes down to is she wants to try to justify her racism, some kind of deeply rooted hatred of another group, or multiple groups it seems, because she's all anti-illegal immigration. And most of the people who are like that, they just don't like Mexicans. But, honestly, I just don't get it. I've heard all of the fucking rationale behind it, and I can't get this. So anyway, Original Savage Chick, I think you have more than earned the coveted Dipshit of the Week title. I hope you enjoy it, and go ahead and tell all your friends about it. So anyway, again, this is Bad and 5. I was filling in for Juno this week, and hope everyone out there has a good one. Bye.